I've been driving by that house for 40 years and I thought something's going on. They boarded it up, they're going to demolish it. And I thought I will save this house in a painting. And then I read in the local paper that someone named Peter Tast had bought it.
Here was a building that was ready to be torn down and Peter Tast came in and saved it. Saving and restoring these old structures helps preserve the craftsmanship of the past and also provides a certain amount of charm and uniqueness for an ever-increasing homogenized landscape.
I love Northport. It's like a village that got lost in time. I thought, wow, this is great. This building is right at the entrance to the village and it's being restored.
For years I drove by this dilapidated old house. I admired the historic details and the cottage Victorian character, and I always said if it became available, I would love to restore this building.
Historical records tell us that in 1889, a Mr. S. Taylor had a home constructed at 67 Fort Salonga Road in Northport, New York. We also know that during this period, a water-powered mill operated on the property. The mill and the house together gave the property its name, the Taylor Mill House. As the years passed by, the once proud dwelling started to show its age, and by the early 2000s, many considered the building a local eyesore, and plans were made to tear the structure down. To save the Taylor Mill House, inspired ideas and dynamic action was needed. And it was Peter Tast of Tast Corp who stepped up with the answers. His idea? Return the property to its original purpose, rejuvenate it by transforming it back to a vibrant and functional commercial property.
By adapting this building to a more suitable use, we were able to save an historic structure which otherwise would have been demolished.
And today, because of the vision and expertise of Tast Corp, the building again stands impressive and full of purpose, just as it did in 1889. But before the fun and celebration of the ribbon cutting could come about, some serious planning and restoration work had to be successfully completed. From the start, the decision was made to keep the exterior structure in its original cottage Victorian style. The cottage Victorian look was especially popular in the Northport vicinity in the late 1800s, and it was important not only to save the physical structure, but also its historical soul. The exterior shingle and fascia details of the dwelling are simple in nature, almost bordering on a craftsman look. The original house had 5 different siding styles. Any original facing material that could be saved was. All rotted cedar shakes were painstakingly removed, custom recreated by hand and on site. Today, it is impossible to tell the original shakes from the restored ones. One feature that made the Taylor Mill House stand out was the cut-out diamond elements in the fascias. No other structure in the area has such striking details. These simple yet unique diamond elements were carefully saved in the renovation process. The building also received all new windows and doors. The windows are period style 2/2. The exterior doors are historically correct, simple, raised panel wood doors. To create a safer and more convenient front entrance, the main entryway was moved from the busy street side of the building to the more accommodating car park side of the property. A separate combination garage and storage structure was added to increase the usefulness of the site. The new building was constructed to visually echo the Victorian cottage style of the main structure, right down to the fascia details, period doors, and windows. Today, entering the Taylor Mill House through the new entryway makes for quite a dramatic first impression. The reception area is big, bright, and cheery. Just off the reception area, in what used to be a dark storage room, is now a large private office, with windows on 3 sides and a separate entrance. The office is now anything but dark. Leave the window open and you can hear the babbling brook just outside. A large and sunny combination conference room and work area anchors the opposite side of the first floor. A new side window was added to allow optimal ambient light to more completely illuminate the first floor. And the chimney, once buried inside an enclosed wall, is now fully exposed, providing a subtle hint of separation from the reception area without impeding room flow. The floors throughout the interior have been replaced with durable and ecologically sustainable bamboo wood. The natural light color of the bamboo contributes to the expansive feel of the floor plan. All of the wide, 3.5-inch interior trim is proportional to the space and complements the clean and contemporary feel of the interior. The built-in office alcove is elegant in its simplicity and cleverly takes advantage of the usually wasted space under a staircase. Another effective design composition is the ADA handicap-accessible restroom. The functional design continues on the second floor. The sense of light and openness is accentuated by the vaulted ceilings. The floor was designed as two nearly equal spaces, each with a distinct purpose. In the front business area, two generous south-facing windows let in an abundance of light. And of course, no office makeover is complete without a kitchen and lounge area. The sizable north-facing room allows for glimpses of the harbor for employees and clients alike. Other modern refinements include a full kitchenette and private restroom.
One of the biggest challenges we had to overcome in this project was all the water, both from the high water table and the underground stream that runs through the property.
The solution for the old Millhouse property? Reshaped the parcel to work in unison with the water. The entire tract was strategically shaped to hold the stream in its banks.
Using natural stone and grasses, we were able to provide a green solution filtering the water overflow from the site prior to it entering Northport Harbor.
A structure which started its life to put water to work now stands in harmony with it.
Peter Test has done a wonderful job in restoring the Taylor Mill building in Northport, which was in serious danger of collapse or being destroyed.
What was born as a productive and vital building over 120 years ago returns to her roots.
He did a beautiful job of restoring it, and I think it's a great thing that this community didn't lose this structure and that it's still here for generations to come.
The finished project stands dignified and proud on the outside and rejuvenated and modern on the inside.
I tried to save it with a picture, but he really saved it. It's now so gorgeous. Every time I drive by, I think it's really saved.